Okay, so this video is going to be dark because it's dark where I am, and I don't feel like turning on the light right now. But I've been in a couple different Bible studies in the last couple days, and one of them, you know, the host was getting mad, and I understood why. I completely understood why. The person in the comment section was being divisive and disruptive. Like, I completely 100% understand that. But the one I just saw was obviously a young woman who was like hesitant and scared, actually afraid to go back to the Lord. And, you know, people were just encouraging her in the comments and to go back to Him. And the gentleman who was hosting the Bible study, I mean, it was nothing selfish. It wasn't all about her. It was all she was talking about was Christ and how she hurt Him and how she was scared to go back to Him because of whatever she had done. She didn't say what she had done. But, like, how dare anyone? He got really upset and threatened to remove people from the room because people were encouraging her in the comments to go back, including myself. I was encouraging her too, to go back to Christ. And this man, you know, hosting, and I mean, I understand it, that he took the time to prepare that Bible study and, you know, spent time with the Lord. I understand all of that. I do, and I applaud that. And at the same time, I'm just going to call it out and say, you know what? That's bullcrap. Don't ever stop anyone from encouraging someone else to go back to Jesus. Ever. Never. And I asked the Lord about this, and I prayed about it and asked Him, you know, if I was out of line, you know, because I genuinely want to be corrected by the Lord, because He corrects those that He loves. And point blank, the Lord told me, no, you're not. It wasn't wrong, people encouraging her in the comments. It was wrong for that man to not. He should have stopped the entire Bible study. Just give her 5 minutes. Like, what, you don't have 5 minutes to encourage one person? I mean, you could change that person's life by encouraging them to go back to the Lord, and you didn't do it. Like, you're already sitting in there talking about the Bible. Why can't you take 5 minutes out and talk about this person's hesitancy and fear going back to the Lord? I mean, what, you know, there was nothing selfish in what she was asking. And this man who was hosting this Bible study, he said that this person was making it all about them. And my spirit didn't feel that at all. My spirit felt that this person was scared because she had done something that she didn't think the Lord could forgive her for. And this man was like just shutting it down. You know, I mean, anytime that we shut down any of God's children from finding Him again, we are denying the Lord. Period. Point blank. So, I don't know who this video is for. I mean, you know, don't ever stop anyone from returning to the Lord. Ever. Don't ever even try. And I mean, he wasn't exactly stopping her, but he was stopping it from happening in his Bible study. And she was actually amongst people who could have helped her. And if he had just taken 5 minutes out, I mean, I understand having boundaries. I understand all of that. And I agree with it. I agree with having boundaries. And if someone is being disruptive or, you know, divisive or, you know, anything like that in the chat, you know, I completely understand removing them or muting them, whatever you feel is you know, necessary, you know, for you or your moderators to do. I mean, I have my own YouTube channel, and I've been a live broadcaster before that, long before that, for years, and on the radio before that. So of course, you know, you have to run your show with boundaries and you know, guidelines. But when you are facilitating a conversation about Christ, about God, in His Bible, and you will not take 5 minutes out to address one person's genuine cry for help in the comment section, there's something wrong with you, not the person who is genuinely crying out for help in that room. That person may have gotten shut down tonight and may never return because of what he said. And I just, like, don't ever stop anyone from seeking the face of God, ever, never. The Lord will the Lord will correct you, and I hope that he's nice about it, because he can be not so nice about it sometimes, or at least it feels more harsh. I mean, it's always done out of love, always. And still sometimes love can be fierce, and love can be harsh too. So I genuinely pray for that man and the young woman in his comment section, and the other people who are trying to encourage her. And I mean, really, if you can't take 5 minutes out from your so important Bible study, I mean, everybody in the room was paying attention to what he was saying, but they were also taking a couple comments, a couple moments of their time to address this woman's genuine fear in seeking the face of the Lord again. So, I mean, I've been a moderator on my own shows, and I've also, I worked as a moderator on other people's shows. And, your discernment gets really good after a while, and you know where a person's coming from just by the words that they're using. And this person was just genuinely terrified to go back to Christ because of whatever they had done, whatever she had done to hurt the Lord. And I just strongly recommend. I mean, I don't tell anyone what to do, and I wouldn't tell anyone what to do with their shows. But here on my channel, it's not even my channel, it's the Lord's channel. I will say things that are not so popular. I will say things that are, controversial. I will say things that are rebellious, not against Christ, but against man. Because man, oof, and not just like men as in, the gender. I mean, human beings. Some of us really miss the mark. And we're not even trying to, we're just missing the mark because we're not paying attention. We're not walking in the Spirit, we're walking in the flesh. And you can always tell those who are walking in the flesh. And it's interesting because in his Bible study, he had just been talking about the spirit of offense. And yet he turns around and gets offended because somebody's seeking the face of Christ. Like somebody's seeking God's face. But he was offended rather than take 5 minutes out to address that person. That is not loving kindness. That is not gentleness. And those are fruits of the Spirit. Oh, anyway, I just wanted to speak that word because the Lord put it on my heart to say something about it. And I'm not going to go onto his channel and, cause a disruption. And, because it's far greater of importance for me to show everyone love than it is for me to call out sin. However, on the Lord's channel, on this channel, and I've got the time, I'm going to call it out. Say, don't ever stop anyone ever from seeking God's face. Never do that. That is it's a far greater sin than even being offended. Anyhow, I hope that this video finds you blessed. Love, blessings, and compassion to everyone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Peace be with you.